So what's better than a buffalo? Maybe nothing. Okay, so I'm pretty boring with my gold purchases. At least I have been over time. I bought American Gold Eagles almost exclusively for just short of 10 years. My first 1 ounce coin was a Canadian maple leaf, and then I bought a Krug or two somewhere along the way. I bought another maple leaf as well, and then I bought a few buffaloes. And then totally outside of what I'm normally doing, I did pick up some Perth Mint Lunars, but those were meant as gifts for family. I've never kept them with the rest of my coins, and I think that is it. So anything I have today that's not an American Gold Eagle, a Canadian Maple Leaf, a Krug, or a Buffalo, well, that has been purchased since 2020. As far as advice goes, I say pick up the best option or two for your needs and then stick to it. And that's really what I was doing. But obviously, I don't always follow that advice anymore. The important part is just knowing what the logical choices are. I've heard a few people say that you should have some collectible coins to hedge against longer term crash in spot price. And that really doesn't make any sense to me at all. Unless we had the unlikely situation where spot price crashes, stays that way for an extended period of time, all the while retail demand stays high. It's just a lot more likely that we'll see the price crashing because demand is soft. I don't think we'd see a case where numismatic value will increase to offset any kind of drop in spot price. If anything, the buyer population for collector coins will dry up due to the same issues causing a wider loss of demand. At least that's my 2 cents. So really, I think that you buy collector coins out of optimism or simply because you like them. And that is where I'm at with a few of these. I just like them. I knocked out some goals for Eagles and Buffaloes, so I've been keeping an eye out for a few very specific coins that fall into that collector category. Not anything extravagant, not anything rare, not anything extravagantly rare, just some limited release coins from the US Mint. And the 2009 Ultra High Relief Double Liberty was at the top of that list. So I ran across one, and this one was finally at the right price. Now this is an expensive coin, it's not a stacking coin. I grabbed it for $2,300, which is not a good price. It's one that I wanted though for a while now, and I just have not been able to find it at a decent price. I keep seeing them pop up for $2,700 or so. Anyway, this one was not about the purchase price to me since I'm not buying it to flip it. I've been looking for a few coins that are just interesting. Mostly I wanted to pick a few up that someday down the road when I hand them down, I have a story or two, maybe just a few things that stand out. So again, I just say that the Eagles and Buffaloes are the logical choice here in the United States. We all know that. Canadian Maple Leafs, Krugs, Britannias, Philharmonics, Kangaroos, whatever. In other places of the world, same story. But if you're already looking for something like this, let me give you a closer shot. So again, 2009 Ultra High Relief Double Liberty. This is more or less a recreation of the double thick, smaller diameter double eagle that St. Gaudens proposed in 1907. So it's effectively the design from the pre-33 St. Gaudens double eagles, but it's in high relief. So rather than it being the diameter of the double eagle, it's actually the diameter of the single eagle. Now, I haven't been sucked into collecting pre-33 gold, but this particular coin is something I've always wanted. It has a little bit of that nostalgia. We've got the eagle on the reverse, St. Gaudens sculpture on the obverse. So it's the same design, and I think that the original plates for these were actually used to design this coin. There were 2 of them remaining. I know the Smithsonian has one. The only difference is that the rim is no longer sharp. Now this is not a new coin. Again, it's 2009. A lot of you have probably seen this before. I just have never been comfortable with the price, so I've never picked it up. So I've been kicking around that question of what my kids, future grandkids might think is cool 40 years from now, and this one definitely checks that box. Regardless of what they think though, I just really like it. I've always said that I thought it was the nicest coin that the US Mint has ever put out, and maybe it has a challenger now with the 2021 Mustang, but I've never bought it. I figured it was time to correct that. So price is the obvious downside here. Beyond that though, the only real downside of the coin, or any of the high relief liberties, is that they have a specific capsule. That sounds pretty dumb, but you get one with your coin, and there is no way to buy a replacement capsule direct from the mint. You have to troll eBay to find more, and you can't always find them. I wonder a little bit how the plastic will look 40 years from now. It's a small thing, but I just think that the mint should really be selling these direct. The coin itself, though, is something that makes me just wish the US Mint would do more of it, but also get a handle on price. The Royal Mint and Perth Mint release special commemoratives and series coins all the time at premiums that are just slightly higher than the Britannias and the Kangaroos. I just wish the US Mint could figure that out. I think these make an overall gold collection a little bit more interesting, and even though I'm relatively strict about buying Eagles and Buffaloes first, it's worth it to me every now and then to grab something like this. This is not nicer than a Buffalo at scale, but I think it is on a one-off situation. At some point, I think the buy to sell spread might actually outperform a standard bullion coin, but only for a much smaller audience. In other words, I think I'll get more out of this coin than I would out of a bullion coin. I think this particular coin has a nice throwback to the nostalgia of the pre-33, even though it happens to be a 24 karat coin. And just looking out 40 years, I'm willing to bet the Buffalo won't still be in production then. So it's going to have some nostalgia as well. But the 2009 Double Eagle here has a mintage of about 114,000, where the Buffalo already has millions. At some point, though, anything we're buying today is going to be nostalgic. I don't know what else I need to say about this coin. If I didn't mention it, it's 27 millimeter diameter. Really looks like a small coin. It's 4 millimeters thick though, so it gives you that impression that it's just a lot heavier than it should be. Outer edge engraving, it's very cool. It reads E pluribus unum with a star between each letter. And then another thing that stands out, I suppose, is the year. It's 2009 in Roman numerals. Very, very cool coin. Probably not one that a lot of people are looking to buy. It's 12 years old at this point, but this is one of the very few that I'd consider buying more than one of. I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about this one, so if anyone wants to add to that, hit us up in the comments. Same goes if you're buying other coins that just really don't make sense based on purchase price alone. While you're there, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed if you're into the topic of gold and even silver. And if you're still here, thank you again for watching. I always appreciate your time. Take care.